Yeah, so I was going to show trading the Arctic, which had great news this morning. I saw it a bit late since I don't normally trade Swedish market that much because of reasons. Yeah, mostly liquidity. Sometimes when I see great news, I want to trade. So this morning, I saw a lot of great news. More or less, it seemed the catalyst was good. It's phase 3 endpoints, both primary and secondary endpoints reached with statistical significance in Alzheimer, which, as you probably, well, maybe you don't know, but it's the most expensive disease in the world, and dementia engulfs all other diseases together, and there is way too little research in it if you compare it to cancer, for example, in my opinion, and from an economic perspective. And there's also a lot of other neurological diseases which could be related, other dementia, and also Parkinson, etc. Right? So it's a huge field. And BioArctic, let me see what happened here. BioArctic could also work on, well, they do work on Parkinson as well, right? So what I did, I looked at similar drugs and also with this related. And this is the list. You could pause the video and just add these. And this is a big one, Lilly. And if you see, if I add post market, can I see post market here? I'm not sure I can. If I go here, you can see. So actually, yeah, it was like after the news, this moved up. So did a lot of the other ones, right? At first. And this is the company who is in cooperation with the Swedish one. And these are all Alzheimer drugs. And the thinking is that they'll all move on this news, some more than others, right? But they could also trade down on the news. And so let's look at BioArctic, which I traded first, actually on paper traded, because I wasn't prepared. And then I actually, maybe I have to pause and check some tickers because I'm in trading. And BioArctic, I'm looking here to the other screen here. I'm just finding it in trading view here. Let me move it over here. So BioArctic trade, I saw it. So the news around, like I said, around I'm going to do month here first. Around 9:05, 9:10. I researched it fast. I saw it from several people and some that I trust more than others, perhaps. And oh, this seems legit. I looked at the news, like I said, and I saw that other companies were also trading up and confirming news, at least at this beginning, right? So those are I'm thinking biased. This is pretty good news, and I know a lot about dementia from not as a scientist, more as a relative to a person who had dementia, and researched it quite a lot. But yeah, I'm by no means any expert, but I know how what the market is, and I followed it. So, and there are no good drugs, real for real. And this seemed to have around 27%. It has this clinical dementia rating, some of boxes, CDR-SB, compared with placebo, which is 27%. And that's quite significant also. Yeah, and from a layman's point of view. And that's all we need here. And so let's go to the trade. So I'm pretty heavily biased, but I'm thinking in Swedish market, doesn't have a pre-market, but it does have an auction which starts before market, which means the price are auctioned, and there's one price. And it started, and that price was 250. And from the open, it traded down. This is 5 minutes, this is 1 minute. We'll look at 5 minutes to start. As you see, well, we also look here, it gapped up from, so let me show you day. So it gapped up from around, what, 892 to 250. So that's quite a lot, 150%, I think. And around, well, like very, very close to it. And yeah, so that's quite a lot of gap. And I'm thinking, some people want to sell, some people want to short, fade it. And so I'm going to draw my levels and look to the left. What's the level? So it's here, whatever it is. Let me have a price label for that. And this is 200, so you don't need a price here. So that's 166, around that. And you see a bit above 172. Well, it actually says there, so I don't need the price. Okay. Anywho, let's do this to make it cleaner. 172 could also be a level, but it's further to the left. So that's one level. And I'm not drawing fib levels, but half would also make sense. Like half between top and here, or half between here and here. So half between those is around here, and half between top and this level is actually around 200, a bit above. And so those are just like how people behave levels, and yeah, those works, but they're levels of interest rather than fixed support or resistance lines, right? If someone has a bigger button to buy or sell, these lines don't matter at all. Anyhow, let's go further. So we go down to day here first. So actually what I usually do when I draw the levels, perhaps I'm actually going to start going to hour here. So I have hour here, I'm not going to look at that. So and then we have part of this first candle for that one. Maybe I actually start on, so I'm going to do 15 minutes here just because it's easier. Normally I probably do 15 minutes here. I normally want to draw the last bearish candle on the 50 minute. I want to draw a line on top of it if I want to go, if I have it, want to buy it up. And the opposite if I go bearish. So if I go bearish, it would be the last bullish candle. I draw here, for example, and yeah. But here, since it's moving so fast, within 50 minutes, it's moving, what is it, 20%? Yeah, more or less exactly, since 250 to 200 is 20% exactly, and reaches a bit below that and then trades up. So since it's moving so fast, I'm actually going to draw it on 5 minutes, and that's what I did. And I was not going to go into it, but I wasn't logged into my Swedish. Okay, the market's going down. Do I need to do something? Maybe I need to. Can I pause this? Let me see if I can pause this. Yeah, you can. Okay. See you on the other side. I can't pause it. Okay. Am I? Okay, so we're back. Let me see if I can fetch up trading view here. So for the moment, market was fine. Let me see. So I think we were, yeah. So already 2 minutes in. Okay, let's see. It's moving down, and I'm waiting for a bounce either here or down here. And I can also imagine taking a scalp, but that's not my main thinking. So I want to buy here, but if I see it doesn't work, maybe I'll go out to either break even or just a bit below, or I'm gonna place my stop right just below here to start. So it's very small risk, and that's So that's what I'm looking for. That's the plan. But I wasn't that prepared, as I said. So actually, I was thinking, since I wasn't super prepared, I was coming in somewhere between second 5-minute candle and third. I did my due diligence before the bounce, but I think, So I didn't. I drew my line on the 5-minute, and it undercuts the 200, and it finds buyers here. It seems, because I didn't look at the order book yet. I was logging in at the moment, and then I saw it moving up here. So normally I would buy here, and I actually bought a bit above here from paper trading account. Let me see. I bought here from the paper trading. Okay, just a bit above, since I wasn't sure. And then I waited. I was just like, I don't trade the Swedish market. I have a meeting in like half an hour, 40 minutes, or 1 hour. I need to prepare. And then I have some time, then I have another meeting. So I was like, let this go. But then it came back and it retests here. And normally I would buy here, like as soon as it comes over here. But I still wasn't like feeling it, like I was prepared. But normally if it would undercut here and go up, I would buy when it passes this. But also here, if it does this, it's even more bullish, doesn't even come down. And then it goes up, then I'm going to try to buy as it expands. And so these are two inside candles and very tight. And as price expansion here, I will buy on this candle. Once it passes maybe this one, or even just once it passes, it already passed. So actually I'm going to buy here instantly as soon as I can, normally, but I wasn't prepared, so I didn't do that. And then on the paper trading, like on the one, I used the 1 minute, and this is difficult to show after the fact. Really difficult, but I want to trade on the 5 minutes. I draw the line on the 15 normally, not here. Intraday for like getting in. I want to like see on the 5 minute, but I also want to see the candles on the 1 minute, because that is like almost seeing the order book live visually, and I'm very visual. So I want to see like price expansion on either direction and contraction. So if you like take this candle, I'm not sure where it is. Oh, it's way over there. Okay, let's take this candle instead. Here, let me see when we come into the candle. There, okay. So this candle is going down and then up. If you look at it, of course it's going to be, but maybe not everyone thinks this way. So if you break down the 5 minute candle, it's going to consist of 5 1 minute candles. And that looks like this. And then you have a price expansion. And this candle here, 5 candles is, let me see where it comes in. Yeah, so it's this one. First you have a price expansion. So you have a really nice contraction here, and then a price expansion, and then a continuation. And like, this is a really nice candle to buy. This one as well. And on the opposite, side. Here you have a transition candle, right? You have a wick. Even this one has a wick and it's far away from, like it's getting far away from the VWAP. Also closing in on this candle here, this top, right? So that's top is 240 and 250 we have the high. So it's coming into structure here, comes down and goes past that and then comes down again. And then on that candle here, so that candle starts with an up candle, right? That's what we see. This candle is an up candle, the first one. And then the 4 after comes down below that candle. So it comes up and it comes down below. So it's closest below the up candle. Previous on the 5 minute. And like these are nuances. It's quite complex, but I guess it's easy, but it's a lot of parts. And yeah, either, so this one, this is danger zone. This one, so it, if you would look this on a daily bias, this is a Niagara Fall on a daily. Well, this is on a 1 minute, but it is the same principle. It's heavy down, 4 duration, 2 durations sideways, tight. 1 large, fast duration on 1. It moves a lot on half the time of these, right? So that relation is like 10 times whatever these two. And it's a couple of times, it's almost like 3 of these candles, so 2 or 3 of these. So it's picking up speed. And then it goes 3 sideways, and then 1 large and 1 more. So like here I'm out. On this candle, here I'm going to be out. It's also going below here. Also going below here. You have a lot of warning signs. So somewhere on this candle, I'm going to be out. You can go in. I'm long by it, but I want to come in again. But this it made like 20% move, and these buyers, this gang with this volume, look at this candle. They're going to be quite happy. Some of them, they want to take profit into structure. So that's going to bring in more short sellers, and we're going to fade that move as well. So long bias is still long, but let us see what happens around VWAP. And I have, like, you can have a moving average, which I do. But here I have the R2R, which is regression. It's like, think of it as like a smart moving average with that, like it's some math. It's very simple math, but it's like it's a good formula. It really works. It likes combining all the moving averages in one, kind of. It's not that common to use it, but I use it sometimes when I don't want a lot of things in my chart. Normally on the intraday I would only have either 5 VWAP and 9 and 20, or just 9 EMA. Or it depends. Just maybe 1 moving average is fine, or none. It doesn't matter. Oh, let me don't get stuck with that. Anyhow, what I did do when I was prepared, now I'm logged in and I'm like feeling it. I see it respects the levels. Like it's respecting this level. Now we have next level. So. Like when you're more of a beginner in this, you can think, I'm not going to, maybe in the end I talk about name of concepts. I'm looking for a rectangle. So in the beginning, you can do this. Look at the top here. Actually, let's do it on 5 minutes. On the top here of this range, you can draw, so I actually draw a rectangle like this. So first you have this line here, it respects that. I draw a rectangle, actually I drew on these guys, but I think it better would have been to draw on this bullish one on top here, like similar like how you draw on the bearish, which is a wider range. I think that would have been better, but actually I didn't. I think I draw it here. No, I didn't draw a rectangle. I drew a line on top of here. And then it comes up, and now I wanted to respect this box. And it undercuts the VWAP, which is the kind of orange peach color line, and this regression line. And undercuts that. It actually kind of undercuts, it does undercut this box a bit outside, but then it rallies up. And that's another like confirmation of like my hypothesis that like it's showing a bullish strength. It's bullish for me. Sorry about my English. And that's another one. So we have one, we have two, it holds that. It trades out of that, comes back again, not even half of here. So it's actually holding like a small level. If you consider this a level now, you see this candle, which I kind of don't, but it's like holding half of this. So that's another bullish sign, and it trades, and it's very tight here. And if you look on the 1 minute, everything is like confirmed on the 1 minute, but I'm also looking for these. So if you look over here, that's probably let's see where it is. So here, yeah. So look at how, like, you see it's tight here, but look at the tightness here. Look here. It's like flat line. Completely flat line. And then price expansion. And you buy that candle. It's as simple as that. It's also going out of the box, and if it wasn't a box, I prefer to draw a line, which I did do. So my line was here, black line, I hope. Yeah. And see, that's why I bought it. I bought it too early because I was in a hurry. So I bought it over here. So I had a meeting at 1 o'clock, and I had 20 minutes minimum to go there by bike. So I left 12:40 and I was there 5 minutes ahead, but I'm faster than Google Maps, a lot faster. And I was actually a bit pressed, so I traded it, I think, already here. And then I was watching it. It was minus 1% at the time. And then this candle came and I was like, oh yeah. And then I actually traded down below that candle, but respecting this level, that candle top. I was kind of respecting that. And then it goes out of there. So maybe the best trade would be there, but I think this candle is good. That candle is good to buy when it goes over this level. So continuing, it pushed up from there around 14%, and that's 250, right? And that's the previous top. So I had my sell a bit before because I couldn't watch it all the time. So I put in a sell of most of the position, and I have a trailing position, and bullishness continue. You see there. Here's another level. Now you could draw a new rectangle. Or let me draw another rectangle here. So now this is our new. We wanted to respect this and see what happens when it trades in here, and it did respect that. So that you can actually add again if you want, or add more. But yeah, I didn't have time to look at it, and I had a stop, and I don't trust the trailing stops in my broker. Swedish one, I don't understand it. So fortunately, I was moving it in my other account. I was moving it 2 candles below the price. So if it push up a new candle here, I'm going to move it up here. So if on this candle, I'm moving my stop from here to here. Actually, I have it here, and then on this candle, I move it only this far. So there's 2 candles below. Actually, now I could have it below here. something like that. And then it moves up on that, and I can go 2 candles down. Those are very tight, so I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna have it here, because that will be my structure, kind of. And actually, if I would be a bit more thorough, and I do my line here, or my rectangle, so I shouldn't have my stop there. I should have my, I do part stops. Let me move this. Where happened? So I can do one stop. I can't. They're in the way. I can have one stop there, and I can have, but I don't do that. But sometimes I do it, but not when it's going quite fast. But you can divide the stops. You have 2 stops, one here and one a bit lower, below the box. And so that would be the box, kind of. So one here and maybe one here. You're in the money with all of it, which makes it easier. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I have, since I didn't get stuff up on my trailing, my manual trailing, which I think I have here actually. Yeah, I'm still in it. But I did get stopped out on my trailing one on my other broker, where I also bought, and I put in 3% trade when I bought it here. I don't know how I got stopped out, because is that really 3%? No, it's not. I don't know. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. So, what else can I say? Yeah, so concepts. First concept. This is a news catalyst trade. I think it's going to fade because sellers want buy. Some of the buyers want to get out. People are going to short. We're looking for a level where it can bounce, undercut and rally, bullish candle after bearish candle. You have level. You want retest of that level. Want to see how it holds. You're going to sell into strength at structure and levels and parts. And you trail your stop manually. In my case, up, depending on your style, you will find your way. And what else? Yeah, you can rebuy. I don't have a lot of success with rebuying because I don't have patience enough. You have to wait more than I think at least, and then you rebuy. But you let things play out and it change character again. So I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much, but I actually did this video before. It became so long, but I talked about this part where it's a change of character under 1 minute. It's like if you look at this, like if you're looking for a momentum burst, which is my trade, with a bias short, and it comes up here, you would go short here. But if you have the longer term bias is long, it's very easy that you don't see this. But it's clear that it's changing character here. It's quite clear already here, right? And it's also undercutting these levels. So you have to be able, in the end, to change viewpoint and have clues of strengths. And those levels I was talking about really helps with that. So try to be neutral and try to have tools to help you be unbiased and see both views of the trade. I mean, if something is going up, at some point it's going to turn. And if something is going down, at some point it's going to turn. And whenever something is going bullish, I'm thinking, when is the bears going in? And if something is bearish, I'm thinking, where are the bulls coming in? To help me with this bias we as humans inherently have. It's a way of selecting and simplifying things, but we can't let it cloud our judgment, because that we're going to lose. And I guess you can also draw like a trend line like this. Like you want it to respect this, or you are interested also reclaim. Oh, another concept is reclaim of VWAP. It's very important in intraday. So this is also sign of strength when it reclaims, comes down and reclaims. More like the same thing as an undercut and rally. So it undercuts and rallies. And actually this is more of an undercut and rally, but this is too. Reclaim, retest, reclaim. And the reclaim is very important because it also shows where the institutional buyers, their traders, where they are buying, because they are judged by how close, they're close by price at VWAP. So they want to buy, if they want to go long, they want to buy below VWAP as on average. The opposite if they want to go short. So what happens around VWAP is very interesting, because that's going to show what the institutional traders are doing for their institutional clients. And yeah, that's going to be the video. Concepts to search for on YouTube and the Google images is a break of structure, bullish over and under, as well as bearish over and under, which is the same but opposite. And these are all part of Wykoff strategy. Other concepts are key reversal, undercut and rally. And those you can find from Jill Morales and Chris Kusher, which made a really good, created good books, and also have trading services where they educate people. Yeah, that's it. And good luck. And I hope it helped. And a lot of concepts. I have more videos on similar break of structure. And this can be used for catalyst trades, pullback. You have a bullish bias. You want it to come back down. You have a really good risk reward when you buy it here. And that's it. That's the video.